Welcome to your coverage of Missoula sports here.
Welcome into the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of high school sports. We've got the the Hellgate girls and the Butte girls. The Hellgate boys getting the 13-0 win over the Butte boys. So now the girls will have their turn on the soccer pitch. I'm Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we come to our girls game, game 2 of the day. For soccer, I should say. We were scheduled to go up over 93 degrees or touch the 93 mark, and currently now it is at 93 degrees here in Missoula. The soccer pitches for Hellgate, they're located up the Rattlesnake here in Missoula. In the Lincoln Hills development as we get ready to go. The girls are on the field. Ball is at midfield. Butte will have the ball first to start the game. As we get ready for the whistle. And there's the whistle to start play. Clock has started, and Butte will move from north to south as the field is located, or runs north to south. Hellgate picking it up very quickly and having control. The Hellgate boys in the first game, they would have ball control dominance, not a shot on goal or a goal kick in the first half in the Hellgate defensive end. We'll see what the Hellgate girls are able to do as they've got pressure pushed up. There's a shot on goal. It'll be wide, and a goal kick will come now for the Butte Lady Bulldogs. We were scheduled for a hot day today. The clouds have moved in. We're supposed to be getting some more fair weather as the JV boys get started to the field to the west of us. 2 soccer pitches up here at this facility. The varsity teams playing on the eastern field, JV playing on the western field. The outfield of the softball field for varsity, there's two softball fields up here as well, and the outfield is the soccer pitch on both sides. Butte trying to push it back in, but once again Hellgate on the domination. Now Butte making their way into the Western AA Conference for high school sports this year after the realignment with Belgrade moving up to the AA level. So 2 schools at the AA level in the Bozeman area. As a shot on goal will be picked up in a save for the keeper on the Butte side. And Hellgate will maintain control and dominance of the ball. But Butte in the western side of the state now, so they'll be with Flathead Glacier, Big Sky Sentinel, and Hellgate, Helena High, Capital, and Butte will make up that side, or that division on the western side. Good drop kick by the keeper. Hellgate trying to maintain control at midfield. I'm getting whistles from the JV side, so if you're hearing those whistles, that is from the JV game. Hellgate with the drive in and a pickup and save by the keeper. Drop kick to midfield. Ball pushed and now drop back. The keeper for Hellgate, that would be Sophie Pierce. Sorry about that. A little sneeze snuck up on me. We've got a dry field up here. Butte now with the press. Pushed up field. We'll get numbers on players. Butte having white jerseys with white numbers. It's a little tricky for me to be able to pick them out. Hellgate a little bit better, and we'll get them as this one's kicked up field by Annika McGowan for Hellgate. The girls' jersey is a little bit easier to see. The boys black with the scarlet, black jerseys with a scarlet number. These are scarlet jerseys with a black number. As this one's controlled on the sidelines, out of bounds. It's Elena Pierce, and Butte will quickly throw. Drop back, and Elena Pierce with it. Switching fields at the feet of Clara Talent. And now up and off of the back of a player. And Butte trying to push it into Hellgate territory. They are on just inside, but it's cleared out. And now Lucia Baker will push it up. Forced up the far sideline, out of bounds, and Butte will have the throw-in. Far side, looking to switch fields now. Drop in. And a pushed up, and the keeper will come out for Butte. Now for the boys' game, we did have a stoppage at the quarterly, so at 20 minutes they stopped and had a 2-minute timeout for water for these athletes. So we'll see if they do the same thing for the girls. Scoreless on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard between Butte and Hellgate girls. Hellgate on the press though. And Sophia will have to, the keeper will have to come out. And a save made. And we'll get the keeper. There are 2 keepers, but numbers aren't picked up on them. And the coaches were not available to give me starting lineup. So I apologize, I don't have that. Abby Ricketts, that's the JV keeper. Haley Heron and Abby Ricketts. So I imagine it's Haley Heron that's in the goal right now for Butte. Hellgate maintaining the control. Good kick by Gabriella Beaton, and we get a whistle. Nope, that was off of the JV field as this was a shot on goal and a save by the keeper for Hellgate. High drop kick that comes up short of midfield on the foot of Elena Pierce. Pierce with a little touch on it. Hellgate keeping the press on Butte. Push to the near side. Centered now. Hellgate controlling with some footwork. Dropped back. And dropped all the way back to Talent, who will switch fields to the far side. Lots of room and space. Butte not challenging on the ball. Now it's volleyed to the top of the box. A light touch and cleared by the Butte defender. Good footwork by Pierce. Pierce working her way up. Pierce, a senior, 5'6", plays at midfield and forward. I would imagine right now they've got her at midfield. And now chased down. Good touch. Hellgate defense is there. And they'll drop it back to Sophie. Sophie Pierce with the clear to the far side. Pushed upfield by Baker. Touch on it by the defender, but Baker keeps a foot. Baker around another defender. Baker up the far side into the far corner. Defender chases her down. She'll set it up in the middle of the box. And it's over the goal. Goal kick coming. So the Hellgate girls working to match the domination of the boys this year. And with a heavy class graduating out of the out of the Butte or Hellgate class, it'll be interesting to see how things work out. Helena, another one with a large senior class graduating out. Capital with a pretty good sized class. So we'll see how things pan out this year for AA soccer at the boys and girls level. Talent with it in the middle of the field. She's going to volley it, and a good touch by the keeper. We're going to go ahead and say that is Heron with the save. That's 5 saves on the game, 10 minutes in. 9 minutes and 40 seconds to be exact. Cleared back to Talent. Talent will switch fields. In the middle of the field to Ashley Young. Now a push by Hellgate. Volley to the net. Nobody there. And it's the keeper with a touch on it. Heron will give it out to her midfield, who's going to turn and burn very quickly. One defender picked up. She'll move it to the near side of the field. Good step on the ball by McGowan. Turn. Back inside by the forward. A shot on goal, and it's off the top of the crossbar. A volley back in, and it's over the net. And Butte is saved by the crossbar. Goal kick coming. Kicked up and picked up by Hellgate. Controlled by Pierce. Pierce to center it. She's got one on. Good crossover. Dribble to the net. Shot on goal, and it's in, and Hellgate is on the board first. 1-0 Hellgate on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. So Butte to start at the 28-minute mark. Hellgate on the board. And Butte will start play. In the middle of the field, picked up by Hellgate. That would be Kennedy Wells. Wells to the outside, now drops it back. McGowan with a good boot, out of bounds, and Butte will have the throw-in down the near sideline. Butte they have played well in soccer, but they have not been dominant like some of the other programs. Football, a very big sport, as well as volleyball in the Butte area. And sometimes that's what it's about, is whether those sports pick up popularity. Now here in Missoula, as we've got a shot on goal and a save. But that's one thing that we're lucky about here in Missoula. We've got a team that is dominant on the football field. We've got teams, schools I should say, as this one's going to be wide of the goal. We have schools that are dominant in some sports and not in others here in Missoula. And everybody just gets to have their own moments of glory, if you will, as the goal kick will come from the Butte defender. Hellgate is there, but Butte picks it up. Butte looking to put some time in the Hellgate end, but this one's flicked ahead and Hellgate will push. Butte gets a foot on it. Now the run by Butte up the near side. One defender is there, and it's McGowan to take it away. McGowan now feeds it ahead, and streaking down the near side is Beaton. Beaton now towards the goal. She'll volley it ahead. Keeper can't get a hand on it. And it's across the goal and out of bounds on the far side. But Butte is an area that does have domination for football. Their basketball programs do well. Volleyball programs do well. And sometimes it's a numbers game as well. Ball on the far side. Trying to center is Hellgate. We get a whistle, and that's going to be an offside call. Free kick comes. 3 Hellgate players there. Good crossover step by Young, and then she brings it to the near side. Drop back, and Pierce will set it to the other side. Elena Pierce. Crossover, controlled by Hellgate. A run by a Hellgate midfielder, forced ahead, and the keeper is there, and it's in the back of the net. And Hellgate will grab another goal to make it 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard for Hellgate. Ball set at midfield. 24 minutes left in the first half, and substitutions will come for Butte. Hellgate coached by Ian Marshall. He's been the Hellgate coach for the last few years. For Butte, their head coach is Jacob Stelman. As we await the whistle for the kick at midfield. Head official gives us the whistle, and Butte will drop it. Butte now with the push up, and it's Hellgate to take it over. Drop back, and at the feet of Ty Brown-Lee. Now she might recognize her name as she is part of that Hellgate girls basketball program, or she was last year. Brown-Lee, a senior. Butte on the push, but Hellgate is there. The defender, Baker, steps in, take the ball away. It's fed ahead and at the feet of Brown-Lee. Deflection by Butte. And Butte's going to try to push it now. Picked up by Pierce. Pierce with lots of time and space now, as Butte is content with Hellgate just controlling. Ball brought up to the near side. Butte with the step on it. The turn. Now the push up field. Butte with the run. And the defender steps in. That's McGowan with a foot on it. McGowan to control at midfield. Now McGowan clears it out. Touched by Wells. And on the outside, it's Beaton. Beaton into the box. She's going to volley it, and it's deflected by the defender. stays in play. Here's a shot. Deflection. And cleared out by Butte. Running up on it now is Baker on the far side. Baker will volley it into the box, but a good defense by Butte will hold off Hellgate. Shot on goal is high, and a goal kick will come now. Eight shots on goal for Hellgate. No shots on goal so far for Butte. And substitutions coming. We'll see if they're going to have the 20-minute break for water, as it's taking some time to get those substitutions taken care of. Now we get the substitution straightened out. And we are back into play. Butte in control. Brownlee is there, Ty Brownlee. And Hellgate will push it forward. Keeper with good hands on it. Cleared out very quickly, and Butte looking to push. One defender, McGowan, fed ahead. Butte now maintaining control. Past McGowan, picked up by Pierce very quickly. McGowan with it for Hellgate now, down the sideline. Tap back into McGowan. McGowan will push it ahead. McGowan and Beaton working it on the near side. Now it's Beaton that's going to make the run. She'll center it up. Player is there. The keeper gets a hand on it. The keeper is down. Shot on goal is wide. And we'll have a goal kick, as the goalkeeper for Butte is down. And I think I saw a number 8 on that keeper jersey. They're going to take a look at the keeper. So that might be Abby Ricketts out there in goal. They're going to bring the trainers out. They're going to bring the trainers out. So we'll step aside. Hellgate leads 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN. Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Did your computer go down? Don't worry, Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. And they did escort Ricketts off. And a new keeper is in place for Butte. Goal kick coming for Butte out of the timeout. And this will play into that stoppage time at the half. So the defender for Butte will have the kick. Picked up very quickly by Hellgate. The drop, centered, shot on goal is high, and a goal kick will come. That's the 10th shot on goal for the Knights. Whistle, shot, on its way. And Hellgate is there to take control. Brownlee in the middle of the field with it. She'll turn. Good footwork by Brownlee in the middle of the field. Tries to get it to the outside, but a Butte defender is there with the touch. Stepping up is Baker. Drop back, and it's Pierce. Pierce to come to the near side. Brownlee, good footwork, out to McGowan on the near side. McGowan down the near corner. Back to Brownlee. Now it's touched, in control by Beaton. Beaton's trying to volley, but it's off the defender, and we'll have our first corner kick of the game coming at the hands of Hellgate. At the 16-minute mark. So we get set to go here at the 16-minute mark on the corner kick. Kick on the way at the top, and the keeper has it. Good save. Hellgate to maintain control. Ball brought upfield to the near side. Controlled. Now cleared out. All right, we get set back into the action as I had a technical issue with my microphone. Switched it out, and we're ready to go again. Goal kick coming. For the Butte girls. Just under 15 minutes left in the first half. And it looks like the keeper is ready to come back in. And they actually had Madison LaPierre come in for the keeper. And Heron back on the field for, it is Heron. Here's Brownlee to pick up the ball. Flicks it out to Beaton. Beaton on the outside to the top, controlled by Hellgate. Shot on goal, good save. And Heron showing her will. Cleared out on the far side now. Brownlee is there. Pierce directing traffic. It's dropped back to Pierce. Switching fields. Picked up by Beaton. Beaton's going to go ahead and dribble it ahead to the middle of the field. Picked up by Brownlee. Ty Brownlee now. Touched by Butte. Butte will try to clear it out. And the turn. Control. Back across the field, and Pierce will step in. Pierce now across the middle. Pierce with a run. Pierce with a step to it. And it's cleared out. It'll be out of bounds down the near sideline. Hellgate will have the throw in. Here's the throw. Brownlee tapped back to McGowan. McGowan with the drop to Pierce. Pierce back to McGowan on the near sideline. McGowan with a volley to the top of the box. Hellgate and Butte will fight for it. Butte will get control. Hellgate chases. Butte switches field, but it'll be Baker on the far side to pick it up for Hellgate. Baker with a good footwork, crosses over. Now Baker with some room, gives it ahead, and it's cleared out by Butte. Butte and Hellgate will chase it down. We get a whistle. And Hellgate will have a free kick on the far side. Just about 12 minutes left in the half. Hellgate leading 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Shot on goal. It's off the top crossbar. High. And it'll be Heron to pick it up. Got to get your head over the ball. Keeps it down. A lot of times when you take that shot, you have your head back. You're almost kind of lean back, and that's what gives air underneath the ball on those shots. So if you have your body posture leaned over the ball, your head over the ball, keeps the ball on the ground, and it increases your power because a lot of it is left off. Here's a volley off the crossbar once again, and a goal kick coming. These ladies are going to drop one in there, yet you wait and see. So the goal kick will come up. .11 minutes left. Good kick by Heron. Controlled by Hellgate's Beaton. A touch by a Butte defender, but it's Beaton to control. Turn, spin, little shake and bake. Now Butte upfield. Pierce will take over. Back to Beaton. Beaton will clear it out to Ty Brownlee. Brownlee will turn. And now it's Beaton down in the near corner. Beaton will approach the box, sets it at the top of the box. A turn, left-footed shot, and it's a save by Heron. Butte now trying to work it down. Butte has not had deep possession into Hellgate territory. And Butte's had some good touches and some good runs, but we get a whistle as one Butte player will put her hands up in the air to deflect the ball. Quickly given out to Beaton on the near side. Beaton to switch fields. It'll bounce wide and Butte will pick it up. But Butte's had some good runs in this first half. It's just been a matter of Butte. Here's a chip shot to the top of the box. Beaton not there. But they've had single runners on the run and nobody to help. Or it's been ball control. Two things that come with practice as the ball is worked into the near corner. Butte trying to push it ahead, but Hellgate is there. Here's Pierce now. Elena Pierce gets a crossover. Steps outside to Brownlee. Brownlee to Beaton on the outside. Here come the sprinklers. Hopefully they don't come on over here where we've got the equipment set up. I got 2 sprinkler heads that have popped up out here. There's the third one. Oh, here it comes. Right in on my electronic stuff.
Yeah, careful.
And we're going to have to move here a little bit.
You need some help?
So I apologize here if there's a little miss, and that sprinkler's going to get me real wet. They're actually asking to have the sprinklers turned off, and they have stopped play to do so. And the athletic director, Nick Latch, running it down to shut the sprinklers off. We might get wet again here as the sprinkler works its way back around. Water and electronics don't usually work out too well. So we'll try to keep this off of us the best we can. So we don't get our electronics wet. Here comes the sprinkler once again. Trying to get the table turned here. There we go. Power is going to get wet, and they will continue to play as we work around this slight obstacle. So I apologize for the bump in action as the play continues on the field. Luckily, the play is on the far end of the field and out of reach of the sprinklers. But they are watering the softball fields right now. Free kick coming for Hellgate. And let's check to make sure that we are still online here. Shot on goal is going to be wide, and a goal kick will come. Substitutions for Butte as we approach the 5-minute mark. And it looks like they're trying to figure out where the power is for these sprinklers. As they come back around. And we just get the power cords wet. Ball on the far side end of the field. Hellgate maintaining control. Butte on the run now. And there you can see the sprinkler in the camera view. And we're going to cover up our power cords here, so they're not going to get too much moisture on them. No, not at all.
Wait a minute. We're having a game.
Somebody didn't schedule that right. did they?
Ball on the near side.
I know, right? Boy, this is my side and come up here.
Volleyed in. Approaching 3 minutes. We'll have 2-minute stoppage time. Cleared out. Water's going to make its way back around at us as Butte will push it into Hellgate territory, but McGowan is there. McGowan to bring it to midfield. Butte midfielder is there, but it's Brownlee to take control. Up the near side. And here comes the water again. And the ball moved down the near sideline, forced in. Just about to that 2-minute mark. Free kick coming off of the offsides. And we'll have the 2-minute stop here on the clock. And we will go into what they call stoppage time. Having to make adjustments around the sprinkler here. As we await the the goal kick. Brownlee and a Butte defender there. It is picked up by Hellgate on the far side. Just about halftime here as the ball is picked up by Heron. And Butte's looking to push. And they are going to give a free kick to Butte. And the players will have to work around the sprinklers now at this end. McGowan there. Fed outside by Young. McGowan down the near sideline as I get distracted by the sprinkler. And a goal kick coming. Inside the 2-minute stoppage time. McGowan will pick up the goal kick. We'll wait on the official to blow the whistle for halftime. Here's Beaton trying to get it to the top of the box. McGowan now with a volley. Picked up. There is a Hellgate player there, and the shot is over the goal. That'll be number 16 on shots on goal. They're going to bring this one out deep, and it looks like maybe not. Thought maybe the water level went down. Here it's down the near side. Butte on the attack. I think the water pressure's gone down enough, it's just going to barely miss us here. Perfect, so equipment will be safe this pass on the water. Ball out of bounds on the near sideline. And maybe Nick figured it out over there as the water level is slowly dying down. Ball on the far side. Hellgate is there. It's Baker. Baker with the crossover. Switching fields. Inside that stoppage time now. Out of bounds. Butte on the throw-in. Hellgate continues to pressure. Here's a send. It's Beaton on the near side. Beaton now trying to center it up, and that's going to be touched. Is it touched by Hellgate or Butte? They are going to call it a corner kick for Hellgate. So when the halftime comes, we will reset everything. Good volley on the corner, a header, but it's headed out of bounds, and we'll have a goal kick coming, setting up right behind that red flag there. Inside the 2-minute stoppage time, we did have an injury, so that took some time. So I expect the stoppage time to be a little bit longer than normal. Here's a crossover. Hellgate on the run, a switch in, and a great save by Heron. Cleared out. And that is half. Well, we survived the water, the sprinklers here up the Rattlesnake, and the Hellgate girls will take a 2-0 lead going into halftime. We'll step aside. You're watching Hellgate Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Plonk. It's a unique bar and restaurant in Bozeman. It was a big financial decision to find the right bank for our growing business. We decided on Opportunity Bank of Montana. They have great mobile banking, which is good, because we're always on the go. I already had a home mortgage with them, with great interest rates. We met with Bert, our new banker, our friend, and now we have a second restaurant in Missoula. It was a great opportunity.
Warning! Warning!
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning! Warning! This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash, on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Construction is tough work. Lonebro is an energy services company with more than 900 employees. Lonebro's third largest expense was health insurance.
Payne West partnered with Lonebro to create a health and wellness program. Lonebro built an in-house gym, and together we developed a biometric screening program.
Since initiating our program, our employees are happier, healthier, and more productive, and our costs are lower.
Payne West Insurance, a partner in the health of your business.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN as we are at halftime. Up the Rattlesnake, the Hellgate girls lead the Butte Bulldogs 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Your halftime stats, well, 2 goals for the Knights off of 17 shots, 2 corner kicks. The Butte girls, no corners, no shots, and no goals. The keeper did have 10 saves on the first half. So we'll have our second half right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop into 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
The Chris Stratton Show is Missoula's resource for local high school sports. Get fresh takes like...
But this year shows a lot of difference. We're all working together. We're having fun. We're competing. No injuries. And I think we're just there.
Get the rest of the show by downloading the podcast on iTunes or at www.thechrisstrattonshow.com.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry, Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton with the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we are at halftime between the Butte girls and the Hellgate girls. We've had a little bit of everything out here on the field as the sprinklers came on automatically, and now we've got a cute little doe running across the field. We'll bring that into camera view if you can see that on the far end of the field, and she's gone, getting around all of these humans. The facility for soccer and softball for Hellgate is up the Rattlesnake in the Lincoln Hills subdivision, nestled right along the mountains here in the Rattlesnake. Beautiful place to have a facility built for high school sports here in Missoula. I mean, the Fort is great. Big Sky and Sentinel both have great facilities, but you get a little bit more of that feel here up the Rattlesnake, as there's limited houses around and lots of mountain views. The sunset is going to be gorgeous tonight from up here at Hellgate. We're at halftime. The Hellgate girls lead Butte 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have your second half.
When your workout window is small, you don't want to travel far, wait for parking, and hope for an open machine. Let Fuel Fitness and Nutrition ignite your life with no waiting. Fuel has plentiful parking and 30,000 square feet of weight and cardio training equipment. When you want it, you'll get it at Fuel. Businesses don't hesitate to sign up with Fuel. We have enough parking and equipment to handle your entire staff and 24/7 access so they can get in shape around work schedules. Ignite your life with no waiting at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition in the Holiday Village Shopping Center.
Plonk. It's a unique bar and restaurant in Bozeman. It was a big financial decision to find the right bank for our growing business. We decided on Opportunity Bank of Montana. They have great mobile banking, which is good, because we're always on the go. I already had a home mortgage with them, with great interest rates. We met with Bert, our new banker, our friend, and now we have a second restaurant in Missoula. It was a great opportunity.
Warning! Warning!
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning! Warning! This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash, on reserve across from Large Pond.
Half price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we get set for the second half here at the Hellgate Sports Facility up the Rattlesnake. Very cool little facility. They've got a running track around the outside of it for people to jog on. There's quite a bit of traffic that comes through here for people to use as a walking space for exercise. The softball facilities, the soccer pitch actually is in the outfield in right field of the softball diamond. So we'll get underway here in just a few moments. The Butte girls looking to step up the pace against Hellgate. Hellgate will have the ball first in the second half. As we get cheers from the sidelines as we get ready to go. And Heron taking a moment to get her stuff on. She's got a little bit of a gimp. I didn't get a chance to go down and talk to the Butte coaches to check on the Butte keeper. There's the whistle, the start of play, and we are underway in the second half. Hellgate with the ball in the second half, and they do maintain control. Fed to the outside, it's McGowan. And they'll bring it to the middle of the field. A touch in the middle. And it's Josie Brown. Step to the outside, now brought to the middle of the field once again. Ty Brownlee. She'll drop it off to McGowan. McGowan trying to center. And the Butte defender is there. Butte looking to get aggressive, and that's what they're going to have to do in this second half. They were a little bit on their heels in that first half, which allowed Hellgate to be a little bit more aggressive. Butte is going to have to be the aggressor as McGowan steps in and puts a toe on the ball. And Butte maintains possession. Here's Ty Brownlee. She's going to push. She's got a runner on the outside, but she's going to switch it to the far side of the field. A good touch by the defender. Butte steps in there. And controlled by Hellgate in the middle of the field. Good job by the midfielder to get a touch on it. Brownlee ahead. Now the run. It's Brown. Brown to the outside to Ty Brownlee. And now picking it up is Nedrud. That would be Natalie Nedrud. Ball's cleared out by Butte. Well, they'll drop it ahead, and Sophie Pierce with the clear. Butte defender picks it up very quickly. Midfielder centers it. Butte on the push. Butte with a run, one player back, and Hellgate will have the touch to drop it back to their keeper. Pierce with a good shot. Nedrud. Now Young in the middle of the field. Played ahead to Ty Brownlee. Backing off. And dropped by McGowan back to the keeper. McGowan now with a clear up the sideline, out of bounds, and Butte will have the ball. Second half here. The boys of Hellgate getting the win in the first game. 13-0 over the Butte boys. Butte's first year in the Western Division, and they've got a tough division to play in, as they'll have to face teams of dominance such as the Helena Bengals, the Hellgate Knights, in the soccer division, I should say, soccer portion of the AA, as Kennedy Wells has moved off the wall, but she'll regain control. It's flicked ahead, run down, and picked up on the near side. Here's Baker on the run. Baker will center it up. Here's Brownlee, and the ball out of control. Switch to the outside. It's Grace Gibson Snyder out there now. It rolls out of bounds, and they will call this a corner. So our first corner kick of the second half. The Lady Knights with 2 corner kicks in the first half. And Heron barking out orders. Here's the volley. Brought in a header, but it's out of play. A touch on it by Brownlee. The keeper keeps fighting for it. We get whistles, and the official will protect the keeper as Hellgate was fighting for it in front of the goal. Great job by Haley Heron to keep a body on it and prevent any type of goal. Heron's going to bring it to the near side, out of bounds, into the Hellgate bench, and Hellgate will have the throw-in. It'll be Baker on the throw-in. Upfield to Nedrud, and it's out of bounds, touched, and Hellgate will have the throw once again. Throw-in into the box, and out of bounds. A corner kick will come right in front of us. It'll be Baker to take it. So the corner set up on the flag right in front of us. The ball is sent. Good chip, shallow. Foot on it, and a save by the keeper. Drop kick short of midfield. Butte with a foot on it, and Hellgate will have a touch by Baker. Baker to center it, picked up by Young. Young now to Brownlee. Brownlee will square it out to McGowan. McGowan is challenged. Touch on it, and Hellgate maintains control. Butte defenders are there, and that's one thing that Butte's defenders have been stout throughout this game. Hellgate has maintained possession, but those defenders for Butte have been on top of it and shutting things down once it gets inside that 18 mark. Inside the box or near the box. Good push and run by Butte up the far side. Centered. Defender there for Hellgate. Spread outside. Ball comes to the near side. It's Baker. Baker's got a good push and a run. She's got time and space. Baker now to center it up. And it's picked up by Hellgate. That is Josie Brown, and a whistle will come. And this will be in favor of Butte. Lizzie Lawliker to take the kick. Butte trying to put some pressure on these Hellgate girls, and it's dropped back to Sophie Pierce. .32-minute mark approaching. Fed ahead, but a good job by the Hellgate defense. And that's Cassidy Carlson. Cassidy Carlson on the defensive end for Butte has been everywhere. She's got blue. Part of her hair is dyed blue, and so she stands out defensively. Here's a good pitch, and into Brown. Brown with some space. Feeds it out wide. It's Young. Young with a crossover. Feeds it into the box. Young with a step, the turn. Drops it back. Fighting for it. Bodies. And it's cleared out by Butte once again. Butte doing a great job. Here's a whistle, and they're going to get a whistle for an elbow. And Butte will get the free kick. And Carlson will make that kick. Carlson is a captain as well. But she has stood out defensively. She has been everywhere as a fullback. And I wouldn't be surprised if she plays. I'm not sure exactly Butte's setup as far as how they place their players. But with four defenders, some teams they run them as four defenders, and some will run two defenders, and then the two defenders in the middle, one will be a sweeper and one will be a stopper. Now the sweeper is the last player back besides the goalie. Stopper is supposed to be the second to last player back besides the goalie, and then the other two fullbacks play in the range. But the sweeper and the stopper a lot of times will have more free range of play, and a sweeper a lot of times and the stopper, they will be like a rover. They can play at the midfield or a forward. When I played at the high school level, I did play the sweeper position, and a lot of times on corner kicks and free kicks I was brought up from my defensive position and into the box, but I'd have to sprint back as soon as the play was over and get back to the defensive side of the ball. Butte trying to switch fields to clear it out, but Hellgate is right there. Here's Carlson for Butte to clear it out. She'll push it upfield. Now the touch. Brownlee is there with the deflection outside, and we get an offsides. as Beaton was offsides when the ball was placed to her. So the way the offsides calls work is if a player is behind a defender near the goal, when the ball is placed forward to them, then that's considered offsides. Now, a player can be offsides as long as the ball is not played ahead to them. They have to maintain that line. Here's a center, and coming up on it, the keeper is there, a crossover, and not able to get back to it. The keeper gets back in the box. Here's a set and a good save off the shot. Great job by the Butte defense. And Heron is there with the hands. Pushed out. Controlled by Carrie McGrath for Butte. Butte will have the throw in. And Taylor Burke to have the throw. Hellgate controls the throw in. Centered to Brown. Brown with a touch, trying to get it out to Young. And it'll be taken over by Elena Pierce. Pierce drops it back to Baker on the near side. Back to Pierce. Pierce looking to switch fields, and she does. Slide touch by Hellgate. Butte picks it up. Now Butte will push it into the Hellgate end of the field. 28 minutes left in the game. Hellgate leading 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Ball is set. Pierce will come out, challenged by two defenders, and Pierce will volley it up the field. It's Nadrud. And centering it to Young. Young switching fields. Onsides is the Hellgate player. And a shot on goal, a good save. Young is there for Hellgate. Here comes Young stepping in. Brown was there. Deflection. Back out. Hellgate is there. And they continue to fight for it. Finally, Butte clears it out. Back in the possession of Hellgate. Here's the crack on the shot. It's over the goal, and a goal kick will come. So 5 shots in the second half by Hellgate. As Heron will take it, substitutions coming for Butte. Controlled by Hellgate on the goal kick. Butte now brings it down to settle. Up the near sideline, a foot on it by Baker. Baker now to center it. Baker picked up by two defenders. Baker splits the defenders, a good crossover move. Now centers it to the feet of Brownlee. Brownlee with a volley and picked up by Heron. And it's a high bouncing drop kick and out of bounds in front of the Hellgate bench. Hellgate will have the throw in. Upfield to Young. Young will push it on the box. A volley in, and it's Heron is there struggling to control it, but she does maintain control. That'll be the 6th shot on goal by the Hellgate girls. And it's picked up very quickly by Hellgate. A volley into space, and the Butte defender will chase it down. Rebecca LaPierre. She's been everywhere on this field as well. LaPierre, strong defender for these Butte girls. Crossover in the middle of the field, fed up to Young. Young with one defender. They'll push on shoulders. Young continues to fight for it. It's Pierce now. Pierce, and it's taken away by the Butte defender. Pierce now on the far side. And a free kick coming for Butte. Chip shot down the far sideline. McGowan is there, kicks it out of bounds, and Butte will retry on the throw-in. Short hop on the throw. Fought for, and a Butte will come up with it. Touch by Hellgate to push it out of bounds, and it's a Butte throw-in once again. Throw-in coming for Hellgate now. Up the far sideline, and it'll touch out of bounds. Butte getting the throw-in now. Quickly on the throw. Butte will push it ahead. Touch on it. Crossover. Rolls out of bounds, and Hellgate will have the throw in on the far sideline. 23 minutes left in the game. Hellgate girls leading Butte 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Hellgate with the throw in. Butte to control, trying to center, and looking to switch fields. Hellgate active feet is the takeaway by Baker. Now centered to Brown. Brown is stopped up by Carlson, and a shot on goal is wide. Goal kick coming. Here's Heron with the goal kick. She's looking down the far sideline. You can see it. And that's where she places it. Butte working the triangle in the middle of the field. Pierce steps in with a foot. Brownlee now feeds it ahead. Young and Pierce are there. Cleared out by Carlson of Butte. And Sophie Pierce to clear it out. Elena Pierce is there. Hellgate to maintain control. Elena Pierce now feeds it ahead to Baker on the near side. Baker's going to make a run to the box. Shot on the goal, and it'll be just wide. Goal kick coming. Butte will substitute. Looks as though multiple players on the substitution. And we are ready for a goal kick. Heron with a good foot on it. Gets it past Brownlee, but Young has a touch for Hellgate. Young to turn the corner. Feeds it ahead. Good footwork by Beaton, Gabriella Beaton, but the Butte defender will take it away. Stepped ahead now. Butte pushing. Runner on the near side. Here's a streak by the runner, and Sophie Pierce will step out of the box and clear this one right at us. Here's the rundown. It's pushed out of bounds by Clara Talent. And a substitution coming for Hellgate. Looks like Sierra Ty Brown-Lee will come off the field for a few moments. We're at the 20-minute mark here. And it is Grace Gibson Snyder coming in. Here's Young fighting for it with Pierce. It's cleared out. A touch on it by Christina Briella. Out of bounds, and Butte will have the throw in on the near sideline. Touch on it. Fought for. Controlled. Pushed upfield by Talent. Talent on the near side. Talent to drive into the box, and a good step up by Madeline Rhodes, the defender for Butte. Cleared out, and it'll be Baker to maintain control for Hellgate. Baker to switch fields. Has a player in and a save in front of the goal. Nice job by Haley Heron. And she almost kicked that into one of her defenders, as we've got a short drop kick to midfield. Elena Bailey to control. Young with it now. Young with a good step. Feeds it back. Controlled by Baker. Baker to switch fields. Hellgate putting players into the triangle. Young in the middle of the field. Young has a defender. Feeds it back. Now the field is switched. Good step up by Burley. And Hellgate maintains control. Switching fields. Stepping into the middle of the field is Gibson Snyder, and she'll take a crack. And Heron with an easy pickup on the ball. Heron with the toss out to the near side. She has Burley over there, and Burley will fight for it. Tries to get it up field. Baker volleys it back up into territory of the Bulldogs. Brown will fight for it for Hellgate. Here's Pierce now. Pierce trying to cross over defenders, and we get a whistle, a free kick coming, as Lawliker will be whistled for the elbow. No wall set, as Pierce will take a crack, and it's right into the gloves of Heron. Heron waits for traffic. Now the drop kick on the near side of the box. Touched by Butte. Controlled by Brown. She'll feed it ahead. The touch on it by Talent. Talent with a push on it to the goal. And Heron goes to the ground on the save. That's 6 saves in the second half for Heron. She's going to toss it out. Deflection will keep it in Hellgate in Butte territory. Cleared up the far side now. Comes to the near side. Here's the push. It's Gibson Snyder. Gibson Snyder, and has it taken away by the Butte defender. I have to say, these Butte defenders have done a great job of tightening down, bending and not breaking when it gets to the box. Elena Pierce back out, and a crack on goal. We'll have Heron on the deflection. Heron tosses it down the near sideline to Burley. Now to the middle of the field. Butte turns, drops it back. Lawliker and a whistle, and it'll be in favor of Butte. 15:30 left in the game. Hellgate 2, Butte 0. Both goals coming in the first half. Been silent since then. We do have 12 shots on goal by Hellgate. Butte yet to get a shot on goal all game. Here's Carlson. Carlson and Beaton will work for it against each other on the far side. Carlson, a stout defender. She has been impressive, to say the least, on the defensive side. Hellgate continues to fight for it. Volley to the middle of the box. Here's a volley over the goal. And a goal kick will come now for Butte. So football tomorrow night as a substitution comes. Brown will be subbed off. Butte will have a substitution as well. And coming in now, Gibson, I think there's 2 number 9s on the field for Hellgate, but I could be wrong. Gibson Snyder coming in. They don't have an 8. Maybe these old eyes were playing tricks on me. Another substitution coming as Baker's going to come off on the Gimp, and that'll bring Ty Brown-Lee back in. So Heron is ready with the goal kick. And looking for midfield. She'll strike it, and it's stepped into by Young. Young with the feed ahead to Beaton. Now back outside, controlled by McGowan. McGowan feeds it down the far side. The drop back. McGowan now with a touch to center it. Butte with a defender on it. Now fighting for it is Maggie Gibbons. And at the top of the box, splitting 3 defenders, continuing to fight for it. A good crossover and a shot, and it's in goal. Clara Talent will make it 3-0 Hellgate on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. 13 minutes left in the game. So Butte with it at midfield. Butte controlling. It's Carlson. Fed ahead. Hellgate now with it. Butte able to defend off Hellgate, though the possession has been in Butte territory for majority of the game. As Talent will move it, centers it. It's Beaton at the top. Beaton drops it back. And a crack on goal. Heron is there. She deflects it. Heron goes down. A whistle to protect the keeper. And Butte will have possession. Haley Heron has been remarkable today. She went down with an injury in the first half and is playing through that. I didn't get a chance to talk to the Butte coaches to find out what the injury was. Yeah, there are 2 number 9s on the field for the Hellgate girls. One of them is Grace Gibson Snyder, and the other one might be Allie Cuddle off of the JV squad. It's Beaten with it right now, though. She'll feed it to the outside. Controlled by Hellgate. Now McGowan steps up. She does have a defender there. Out of bounds, and Hellgate will have the throw in on the far side. Substitutions coming. Hellgate looking to sub. So we get to the 10:30 mark in the game. Hellgate leading 3-0. Good touch. Game played in the Butte end for the majority. Butte has played some great defense, though, and kept Hellgate out of the goal. As we get a play forward to Beaton. And Butte maintains control. Pierce will have the elbow and we get a late whistle. Butte with a free kick. Free kick coming. Volley to the middle of the field. Hellgate gets a foot on it. It's Young. Young to push. Turns, gives it off to Pierce. Elena Pierce back to Young, and Carlson goes down. They'll get a whistle for that one. And Butte will get a free kick. And it sounds like the JV boys game is over on the field next to us. Hellgate clearing it out of their zone and putting it back, the pressure back on Butte. Here's the feed. Coming up the near sideline. On, and it's going to be mano-a-mano, keeper versus forward, and a great job by Heron. That's the 9th save of the half, 19th save of the game for Butte's keeper, Heron. And now Brownlee tries to move it forward. We get a whistle as Brownlee goes to the ground, and a free kick coming for Hellgate right outside of the box. So a free kick coming, a 2-player wall set just outside. Brownlee will play it on the ground, and it's just wide of the goal. 16th shot of the half, and substitutions will come back in. Hellgate and Butte making the subs. Baker coming back in for Hellgate, as they get cheers down the sideline. Here's Heron now with the goal kick, and she'll bring it up to the near sideline. Ty Brownlee is there, and Pierce with a touch, taken away by Bree Birkenbuell. Here's Brownlee with a touch on it. Brownlee will turn, fed outside. Now coming up on the run is Talent. Talent into the box, one-on-one. Talent with the center, and it goes between the legs in the goal. Between the legs of Heron on the back door was beaten, and it's a goal for Hellgate with the 6:30 mark. 4-0. So Butte to have possession. Whistle. We get into it very quickly. Butte looking to push it on the outside. Carlson is there for the Bulldogs, and Brownlee is going to feed it ahead to Talent. Talent continues to fight for it. She is going up against Carrie Carrie McGrath. And we've got a player down in the box for Hellgate. That would be Gabriella Beaton. And she's grabbing on that knee. We'll give it a few moments here. The trainers on their way out. Bone and Joint, as well as the university training staff coming out. And Bone and Joint on the field for all high school sports in Missoula. Football, basketball, wrestling, tennis, golf, it doesn't matter. Missoula Bone and Joint is out here to take care of our young men and women. And they are going to have the substitution because there was stoppage for the injury. So there has to be a substitution. So Beaton will come off, and that'll bring on Natalie Nadrid. And it is a goal kick coming for Hellgate with the penalty in the box. Taking the kick is Elena Pierce, and she's going to go far hole. And Elena Pierce will have a penalty kick goal to give the Knights a 5-0 lead with 4:18 left in the game. After leading 2-0 at half. So Hellgate will take it away on possession after the goal. And now the push. Butte's defense is there. But when you have to play on your heels for the majority of the game, it wears you down. Yes, these young ladies, all 20 of them, are running on the field, but as a defender, it takes a little bit more out of you. Chip shot, picked up by Pierce. Pierce has it taken away. Picked her pocket is Carlson. Here's a volley to move it ahead. Butte defenders are there. Nadrud, and it's cleared out by Butte. Time and space by Carlson. She'll move around Pierce. We get a whistle, and it's going to go against Hellgate as Carlson went to the ground, and Carlson will have the free kick. 2:48 left in the game unofficially. We will have stoppage time. Clock will stop at 2 minutes, and then the official will determine the whistle at the end. And some sketchy plays as this one's fed ahead. Player is on for Hellgate, and now we get the flag for offsides. So we'll have the clock stop at 2 minutes. As Heron sets up the free kick off of the offsides, and I missed the stoppage. So the ball is brought up midway between midfield and the 18. Volleyed in, Young gets a touch on it. Young to push it out to the outside. Brownlee now in the middle of the field, splits two defenders. Young picks it up. Young now to feed it ahead, and Heron will come in and put a foot on it to clear it out. Pierce gets on it now. Pierce with a crossover. Back to the inside for Pierce. And an easy pickup for Heron. Hellgate with 19 shots on goal now. As Butte is going to try to make the push, and it's picked off by Hellgate. Ty Brownlee with it on the near side. She'll feed it wide, but picked up by the defender for Butte. Brownlee steps on the ball, goes to the ground, no whistle. And volleyed ahead, but off of the head of a Hellgate defender. And they're going to go ahead and drop this back to Sophie Pierce. She'll clear it out to the near side. Talent is there for Hellgate, and it'll be kicked out of bounds. Throw in for Hellgate on the near side. So we are in stoppage time. End of the game will come off the whistle and the clock of the official in high school soccer in Montana. At the 2-minute mark, the clock stops. And we play stoppage time, as they call it. Talent with a good turn on it, but a step by McGrath gets it out of bounds. Out of bounds and corner kick coming. Here's the corner. Volley sent, short volley. Hellgate players are there. There's a shot, and it's in the back door. That's how majority of goals are scored in soccer, is off of the deflection. And Hellgate now leads 6-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And that was off of the foot of Natalie Nadrud. Butte. Official checks his watch after blowing the whistle. So I imagine we are tight on time as it's taken away and it's brought up field by Hellgate. Baker a little bit heavy on the dribble. Gets away from her, but Hellgate maintains. There's the feed to the outside. Here's a shot on goal, and Heron is there. And it's going to be a corner kick as it rolled off of the glove of Heron. And Hellgate will have the corner kick, their third of the half, fifth of the game. Far corner, looks like it's going to be taken by Nadrud. Volley. Nadrud is there. Out of bounds, and that is game. The Hellgate Knights sweep the Butte Bulldogs. The boys get the win 13-0 in the first game, and the girls come away 6-0 in game 2. We'll be back on air tomorrow night as we'll have 2 football games. That's right, count them 2. The Loyola Rams taking on Fairfield at 7 o'clock in Fairfield. And then our good friend Coleman Caton will have the call of Billings Senior versus Sentinel at 7:30. We'll talk to you folks tomorrow night. Have a great rest of your evening and enjoy Friday.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports. MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness. Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.